Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. Back to do some more on my Zinnia journal. I'm just going to do, over the next couple of videos, may show you a couple of my favourite pieces of ephemera to make. So what I've got here is some papers, second-hand papers from op shops again, and I've just gathered them up to make a little bit of a pile. This one was really big and I was going to cut it. I thought, no, just out of a little bit of interest, I'm just going to fold it. So what I'm going to do is put that there. Oh, I still don't know whether I should fold it the other way or not. That one there. And this small one on top. I'm just going to put one staple on the top here, which I forgot to get out, and a little tiny stapler I have. And then what I'm going to do is that will be hidden behind a flip, what I call a flip out. So this is going to go next. You can say, well, you're covering over the one underneath. Well, we'll see the one underneath in a minute. Just going to see if this needs to be trimmed a bit, possibly. And I'm going to be very brave here and do it by my eyes. That's not too bad. So you can see how my first back-to-back was all upside down, but that's right, because it'll be work fine with what I'm going to do now. So there's that. Right. Get my trimmer out. I'm so lazy. Okay. So I'm going to cut that in half. We'll cut it just somewhere middle-ish. And then I'm going to take some paper and cut a bit there and another bit there. I'm going to make some hinges with these. So when you make a hinge, I'm just going to put this over here for the moment. When you make a hinge, you just fold it so the pretty side is up. So the white side gets glued down. So I'm just going to fold it along so it sort of meets the other side, basically. Same for the other one. Pretty side gets covered over. You think it was going to go, you think it's going to get covered over, but it won't by the time you hinge it. Oops. Keep moving this bit here. Right. Then for the top bit, I'm going to put glue here. And hinge it so that the fold faces down, because that's the top, so we want it facing down like that. We'll stick the other side in a minute, and then for the bottom it's going to be the opposite, where that's the bottom. Flip it over, and so you need to have the opening folding up this time. Pop it down, make sure it's stuck. Then you get your cover, because I'm not sewing this in yet, but I've trimmed all the edges to fit, as you can see. And I'm going to too much on the edge, you can see it sticking over. Just going to make sure it's on the thing, not over the thing. Over the piece of paper, I should say, not thing. So I'm going to glue that one down first. Inking it. Might need a bit of inking. Sorry to bore you with this inking stage. Just needs it. You can sew it. As you can see, I've not sewn anything yet. I always forget until afterwards. And once before I just sort of made some ephemera and then I sewed it, and then I did do some more sewing afterwards. And so I will do some, probably, I might do some sewing, we'll see. But for a lot of the things you don't really need it. If you don't have a sewing machine, that doesn't matter. I didn't have a sewing machine for ages. You can do fake sewing where you just draw a line around the edges of what you want to highlight, kind of things. So for instance, you could draw a line all the way around there and make it look like a sewing line. So what I'm going to do is stick that down, and this has got to be, this top bit is going to be overhanging this bottom bit just a fraction. So if I just want to make sure it's smaller than the paper underneath. So I'm going to glue this one first, the bottom one first, and it goes down there just a little bit. And then the top one, just so make sure you've got it overhanging a little bit. And then you glue, I'm just holding it down where I want it to be on underneath. Yeah, holding it there while I glue this bit here. I'm just going to put that, make sure it's nice and straight. And then to make sure it's closed, we're going to create a couple of closures. I'm going to use the lid of a glue stick. Just threw a glue stick the other way. I should have kept the lid. It's a good size. Pencil, pencil, pencil. One. Two. You do it 4. You think it's too thin? I might do 4. You can just, doesn't have to be the paper you've printed off from the kit. It can be any paper you think would work, or something you might have in your stash that's a circle already. So it doesn't have to be exactly that particular thing. What have I done with the scissors? Of course, just plonked in there. My cutting of circles is not wonderful. I wonder if you do any better than me. I could just get my die out and cut a circle, but oh, I don't know. Sometimes the old methods still stick cut in, you know, like before you had dies, you did your own circles and stuff. Mind you, I've not had that experience, but I do remember cutting circles out as a teacher for various things, and you just used compasses or plates or whatever you had to hand. Okay, so this is going to be one on top of the other. You might think that's a waste, but I don't think so. Oops, it's probably too big. Well, doesn't matter. can usually use something smaller than this, but I don't think I've got any, I've got some pre-cut circles, but I don't think I've got anything in this colour. These colours sort of would go. I'm just going to ink around the edges. So what I'm going to do now is get my pokey outy tool. You can use an awl if you've got one. Put it in the middle, about there. Again, I'm just eyeballing this. Sorry, excuse me, I forgot to get my brads out. I've used my coloured ones, I think. Somebody very generously sent this to me in Happy Mail, so I'm really lucky. I've got some plain ones, some brass ones I bought, but I like to have a bit of colour every now and again. So it's going to go through, sorry, the brad's going to go through there, the hole in there, and through the hole in the paper that you've made with your pokey outy tool. I'm just going to go, this is the bit that I always have trouble with, these small brads, because fat fingers. Just press it down as much as you can. See, when you lift it up, you've got, look at this, right way around. And then same for the other side. So we've got the other one. Use your pokey outy tool or your awl. Make sure it's sort of middleish. That's such a word, middleish. There maybe. Pokey outy tool through the middle. I'm just using my eyeball again. These are the green ones. There's a green one. I could use an orange one, I just realised, or a red one. I don't know. Green's good because it's a bit of a contrast. Same again, just open it up and push it down. And then this is going to go in here, and I'm going to glue. See that works? See that's come out there like that. So I've only used the one staple. I'm going to glue this bit down just across the top here. And put it down just inside the where you hinged it. Is it straight? That's the thing, is it straight? So when you open it, you've got this sort of hidden writing space. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got this bit at the back. You can put something you want in there, and that's come off, of course, because I did it when it was still wet. You could hinge that too, actually. I just realised you could hinge that too if you wanted to. This bit here that I'm talking about in my hand, you could hinge that onto your paper. But I'm just going to glue it down. That'll be stuck there. And then for the last bit, you want to get some string. Cut, go around one of your circles, closures, I should call them, I suppose. Do a knot. They're big, aren't they? I don't normally, because I don't normally do them this big, but I should just use one of my regular circles I've already got cut out. Cut that little bit off. I've got a knot underneath, and now you can just wrap it round little closures and then it's all something to play with for the journal owner. So that's one of my favourite pieces of ephemera, and I'll show you how to make some more another time. Next video. Please take care. Look after yourselves. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.